One more interesting thing about Archaea is that it has no FTSZ, which makes us wonder, well, how does it divide? And this is done with different proteins, CDVA, CDVB, and CDVC. These proteins resemble eukaryotic vesicle trafficking system. It sounds very dangerous. Eukaryotic vesicle trafficking system. Well, there's no further explanation on this, so I'll leave it at that. But just know that there's novel cell division proteins in Archaea. And then there's some pictures about some archaeal cell divisions that are truly bizarre. And indeed they are. There's like this hexagon-like glob of cells. And an hour later, it divides. But it's still connected. They're still connected, and they go far apart, and they're still connected. And they separate when they're some distance away, I'm guessing. Not like in normal division where you get the two cells and that's it, you know. They don't stay connected. Well, in this case, they do. Alright. So obviously DNA, RNA, and protein synthesis is unusual because everything else about these Archaea is unusual. What happens in Archaea like it does in bacteria, so similarities are small chromosomes, circular chromosomes, origin of replication, DNA polymerase, and genes in operon. What is similar between Archaea and Eukarya are RNA polymerase, no sigma factors. That's really important, I can tell. No sigma factors. I hate sigma factors. And promoters. Apparently translation is a little bit specific for Archaea. That's just archaic. Alright, I was telling you about, in the beginning, I was telling you that we were going to talk about this methanogen, and indeed our professor gives us an organism of the week every lecture pretty much, and we have to know it. So, let's see, this one is called Methanococcus yanaski, if that's the right way to pronounce that. It was isolated from 1.6 mile deep vent. It grows at 200 atmospheres pressure, 85 degrees Celsius. Whew! Must be quite hot down there. It's a strict anaerobe, needless to say, no oxygen down there. No pseudopeptidoglycan though, and we've been talking about this. Like, what the hell? Apparently, it's got a plasma membrane with an S layer, that protein stuff I was mentioning. Cell wall made of protein entirely. It contains those cyclic lipids. I guess that's what makes up for no peptidoglycan. That makes sense. And it's chemolithoautotroph in a methanogen, of course. It basically anaerobically respires hydrogen to carbon dioxide, and then carbon dioxide is reduced to methane. Don't inhale methane, you'll die. Okay, well actually you can, because they usually add mercaptan to it and it stinks, but just saying. Let's see, apparently there are some unique vitamins to Archaea. It doesn't go into details, too bad, but there are some crazy structures here, so if you want to know, let me know. If you want to see, let me know. One more important thing about Methanococcus is the fact that Archaea in general don't use Rubisco for carbofixation. Instead, they use reverse TCA. My God, it's so fancy. Now we get to the part that makes me angry. The part where we don't know anything else about it. And it's so unfair because they seem so cool. I don't know if I was sarcastic or not. So there's newly discovered Archaea that they're called the Corarchaea. Oh God, who names these things? They occupy the deepest branch on the phylogenetic tree, but none have been cultured, so we can't really study them. Boo. There are no pathogens of plants or animals. Also, they're the good guys of the phylogenetic tree. Nice. There are many new genes that look like nothing else in biology. See, there's so many stuff we don't know. It's many new physiological functions to be discovered. It's crazy. Like, it takes 20 years to make an antibiotic. You know, and it takes 20 minutes for bacteria to replicate like crazy and become resistant, and see, stuff like that. It's so unreal and so unfair. Other questions about Archaea: why do they thrive in such extreme environments? Because, as you notice, they live in quite deadly places. Were they maybe the first organisms on Earth? Are we Archaea descendants? Did life originate at very high temperatures? Actually, I think that's true, but that's a different story. I don't know. I want to go into that. There are many archaeal mysteries. There are huge numbers of unculturable archaea in the ocean, so we have no idea what they're doing in there. But we do know they exist, and gives scientists a reason to be scientists. So I guess that's it for Archaea. I think I got it, and it was kind of fun to make, so I think I'll keep doing it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something from it. Alright.